I gave you an example. You got a block of cheese, right? And let's just say this is God, right? Just to make it simple. And you take a quarter of that block of cheese and you put it on a shredder, a cheese shredder, right? So now you got all these shreds of cheese, right? Like shredded cheese. This shredded cheese is us. Humans. The block of cheese is still there. It just multiplied itself in fractions to create more of itself to go out on these missions that we're on, to have more experiences, to learn enlightenment, to learn of itself, of its own enlightenment, right? So you take a quarter of that away and you get 1/4. So humans, and this is just hypothetical. And then you got 3/4, right? And you add those together, it equals 1, right? But we're a fraction of the Creator, literally of the Creator. There's not one that's better than us. There's not a race that's better than any of us. We're all the same, coming from the same source of energy, from the same properties in the universe, because the universe is the Creator, right? So I want to put that out there. So here's what I want to say in regards to that. So you said aliens. So you got all these fractions of shredded cheese from the Creator. You got humans, right? So let me get rid of this. You got humans. You got aliens. You got angels, right? There's also ascended masters. You won't know about that yet, maybe. And all ascended masters are people like us, like Jesus. He was an ascended master. He is our brother, right? He became an ascended master because what that means is you mastered thyself, right? So mind, body, and spirit, and our body is thy temple. Look within to find God or your source again, right? And then you become mind, body, and spirit. That means you've mastered yourself. So ascended master just means you came to the earth as a physical being, a spirit, came here as a physical being, and you mastered from within. You learned to control energy in all circumstances that you encountered. So you mastered thyself and you became an ascended master. So you went back up into the spirit realm, and there's no reason for you to come back down to earth and incarnate anymore, because you've already conquered thyself in this spiritual realm of energy, right? So Jesus was an ascended master, and the reason he went around to try to teach everybody, he was just here to remind us who we were, to teach us who we were. And so one verse you can look up is John 14:12. And it says, "Verily, verily, verily, I say unto you, he who believeth in the things that I do, shall he do also, and greater things than that shall he do, because I ascend to my Father." So why did he say ascend? And I'll put it up on the screen here. He said ascend because we're on an ascension journey. Oh, my bad. We're all initiates. We're initiates on an ascension journey. So when Jesus always said he's going to ascend to thy Father, it's because he already mastered thyself from within and reconnected to source energy to remember who he was, that he was God, right? That he was literally God. He remembered, he became an ascended master on his ascension journey. He mastered it as an initiate and then ascended into the spiritual realm, which we call heaven, but it goes way beyond that, right? That's John chapter 14:12. So he says, "I say unto you, he who believeth in the things that I do." So basically, if you believe in the miracles that Jesus did, and you believe in the things that he teaches you, then you too can do the things that he does, or the miracles that he does, but also you can do even greater things than that if you believe, because he's leaving now. He's taught you everything he needed to do. He's leaving. He's left it to us. He said what he needed to say, and it's up to us to believe it or not. And so there's many people like me that are connected now, or that have been. Now, it's been a couple of years for me, but there's people way above me and this and that understand this, and they know where they're at as an initiate. So there's initiate levels of, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? There's more than that, but these are the important ones because generally when you get your psychic abilities, you're going to be a 3. You're going to be a 3rd level initiate, right? We reincarnate on Earth. And once you learn, like Jesus did, that you are a spirit and you become a 5th initiate, you no longer reincarnate on Earth. You leave the cycle of rebirth on Earth at the 5th level. And then when you become mind, body, and spirit is at level 7, because that's when you become an ascended master, because the spirit literally enters the physical body to take over. And then you remember that you are God. You are mind, body, and spirit. That happens at the 7th level. So you might be asking, we leave the cycle of rebirth at level 5 initiate. We reincarnate? Yes, we have to reincarnate. So the average life expectancy, let's say, is hypothetically, let's just say it's 80 years. There's no way that we could learn even close to what Jesus achieved in 80 years. We need multiple lives to do that. We can't learn it in one lifetime. It's just too much. This is a very, very long plan. So we might have lived 15,000 previous lives. And that's why we have memories of things that we don't know where it came from and we were never there, right? Or that's why you see things in the news, and you can look this up, Google it sometime. There was this lady who got a heart transplant from this guy that died in a car wreck or a motorcycle accident. And she wanted to go thank the family of the guy for being a donor. So she went and found his parents and introduced herself, and they invited her in. They talked a little bit, and they got to talking. And this lady said that she's been having a lot of cravings for Taco Bell all the time. And they laughed, and they told her the reason that she's having these cravings is because, well, they didn't know, but they said her son always loved Taco Bell, and he got it at least once a day after work, right? And it's because she had his heart within him, because our heart has 40,000 neurons in it, which are brain cells, right? Neurons in our brain. There's also 40,000 neurons in our heart. There's also neurons in our gut. We have brain cells in 3 different areas of our body, right? So with this neural network, it's configured to your body. So if you take my heart out and put it in your body, you're going to have neural connection that's connecting to your neural connection, and the memories are going to be mixed. You're going to start remembering and having flashbacks of my memories, even though they're not your memories, because you put my heart to interconnect with the rest of your neural system, right? So, and that's true. You can look it up. Scientifically, they've proven this. So